for Russ.
So yeah, Russ.
Yeah, so fuck you, Russ.
Oh shit.
We need to go ahead.
Is this the thing?
Yeah, we're recording now.
Alright. Well, I guess, hello.
Hey, welcome to the Very Okay Podcast now. A podcast that is better than all of Oklahoma. Factually speaking, I'm Andrew.
Hey, yo, it's the Very Okay Podcast where we talk about very okay stuff, and it's very okay, yeah.
Yo, we decent as fuck.
This is Dylan.
And I guess I'm going by Dilf now.
You gonna commit to that?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I've thought about it for a while.
Change your name to it legally.
Maybe. It's like getting a face tat. I have to wait until it, this takes off to make sure I'm going to get it or not.
You're like Cher, but instead of like Cher, you're Dilf, just no last name.
One syllable names are
Irish
the way to
folk
go.
singer.
Dilf, yeah.
But yeah, episode 2, there was a couple people on the comments saying like, you guys need to say your names before you talk, but I think you're just going to end up learning on your own. It's like listening to music, you're going to know whenever Lil Wayne flicks his lighter or whatever, you know who it is.
I know that lighter.
I've heard that lighter before.
So I'm not going to introduce, well, I guess we already did,
I have
but
nightmares about Lil
we're not going
Wayne's
to do it
lighter.
again.
No, it's okay. We'll do it. Andrew?
I'm Andrew.
I'm Dylan Rudd.
Dilf.
There you guys go.
That's
Are you happy now? Are you happy now?
And if the people on YouTube that see this video still are confused, I'm not sure what to tell you.
log off.
Yeah, just press the thumbs up button and then jump outside and do a half of a front flip off your front porch.
That'll make you understand better.
Just make it sick. Make it a sick front flip.
That's the least you could do for us.
Gnarly radical.
But I guess we're gonna start off with the name change.
It makes me so mad. It makes me so mad that we had to change for some fucking Oklahoma podcast. So, you may or may not have noticed we went from a Very Okay Podcast to the Very Okay Podcast because we're dominant, and that's how we're going to show it, is by being the Very Okay Podcast. Some fucking Oklahoma people, I don't hate all of Oklahoma. Actually, I do now because of them. But basically, they had a podcast with our name. And,
Our name.
well, it's their name now. They can have it. We're done with it.
Yeah.
We don't even want it anymore.
Spit on it.
It's tainted.
I spit on it.
They got our
We love
sloppy seconds. We don't really care about it anymore.
Ask your podcast what my dick tastes like.
But yeah, so it's just pretty much we changed our name and it's war now. No more Oklahoma fans. Sorry if we have any. I know, Jeffrey, I'm sure you won't care because you aren't born there, but Oklahoma does suck. That's the end of it.
Yeah.
The name change is permanent, even though it might not look like it on our logo, but it's going to stay that way. The A crossed out, and then there's a the above it. And this episode is called From A to The. Shitty puns.
That's what you've signed up for. by
Yeah.
clicking
that's
that
what you get.
If you made it this far, then you just might as well just stay.
Please. We love you.
Oh, and if you're here to defend Oklahoma, if Oklahoma's so good, name 5 of its albums, idiot.
Wrecked.
In alphabetical order.
Checkmate, atheists. Anyways. I'm also going to try and attempt to not swear as much. Because apparently, according to my mother, that was one of her concerns.
So the hentai or the lean and pussy was not too far, but you saying the F-bomb a few times was just...
Well, I'm going to be frank with you right now.
I've disappointed her enough.
I love my mom.
Ha! He loves his mom!
Wow.
She's a wonderful lady.
You have a healthy relationship with your mom, you piece of shit.
But despite however indignant she gets, I'm still unusually open with her about weird shit. And that's pretty much what I like to do. Besides, arguing with her about how Israel belongs to Palestine. She gets upset about that.
I think everybody has that sort of argument with their mother, though. So.
It's just
Israel.
It's just a typical mother-son, debate.
Yeah, it's normal. But yeah, I don't know if mine know about it, but I'm not showing them. So nobody listening, show them. But if you do, I guess.
Don't tell my mom.
Yeah, guys, I'm trying to have fun. Don't tell my mom.
Anyways.
Oh, you go ahead.
So, really, I wanted to drive this point home that Kentucky as a state is much better than Oklahoma.
I think we can all agree.
And I'm sure we could just sit here and dissect this, but I don't feel the need to.
Yeah, a real G's move in silence.
Yeah. Your dirt is an odd color. I don't like it. Fuck you, Oklahoma.
You're basically like an ingrown, like, deformity on Texas. Nobody ever... People just avoid you. And, like, okay, ours, the okay thing, that came from, like, years of thought. Very okay. Like, that's been something that's been on my mind for a long time. And they just... So unoriginal that they made it the... Is it, like, what shortened version of their state? What is the 2 letters called?
An acronym? Not an acronym, but an abbreviation.
Whatever. But yeah, it doesn't deserve those letters to have in there, so we're just not going to talk about them anymore, and they're just going to see, because we already almost have as many likes as them on Facebook.
Let's just move on.
Yeah. Fuck you guys!
I don't want to have a weird podcast beef with people who talk about Oklahoma things.
No, that's not a beef.
It's just like, they're just sitting there like, hey, Oklahoma, and we're like, yeah, well, fuck you.
Yeah, of course they're sitting there. It's Oklahoma. What the fuck else are they gonna do?
Well, I mean, like, that's just kind of like our mentality on the internet in general is, if this person likes this,
So
I'm gonna go out of my way to tell them how much I don't like it,
We're
regardless of whether or not I legitimately do.
That's true.
We're just advanced. We know how the game goes.
Big brains.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just see, like, any opinion that I don't agree with, and I'll either immediately be like, stupid idiot, and then not talk to that person anymore, or I turn into that Kermit gif of, him, like, slamming his fucking hands on the keyboard. I'm like, you're going to learn something from the internet today about not going onto the internet.
Come back here and argue with me on the internet, you coward.
You coward!
Oh, well, I mean, moving on from that...
Fuck you guys!
At this point, I believe everyone following us right now are pretty much shit posters. At least on Facebook. Because I added a lot of people, or invited a lot of people on my friends list to like the page, and half of those people had anime profile pictures.
That's how you know. Anime profile pictures go one of 2 ways, which is like memes or depression. And I guarantee you it's gotta be one.
They're all either...
But they can't win
40s.
arguments because they have anime profile pictures.
Like, in my experience, when I see an anime profile picture, I'm like, this person is either going to be hilarious, or they're going to immediately just start posting some really weird alt-right shit. And it's kind of... So, like, I have to, like, sift through it sometimes. Then they'll slip through the cracks, and I'll just be scrolling through Facebook. It'll just be something about, like, the Jews are trying to subvert the world. Watch out, guys. And I'm like, whoa.
I remember that anime.
That's not canon.
But, I, on my alt account, added pretty much everybody, so some, like, questionable people that like to sell drugs on Facebook from Spartanburg, South Carolina. I've got, like, all kinds of, I don't know, I just accumulated a lot of friends on that profile over, like, 8 years, so they're all here. If they're listening, welcome. Hope you have a good time.
I just invited alphabetically.
Alphabetically, really?
I mean, I have like fucking 4,200 friends or something like that.
Oh my god, you're so cool.
It's not cool, but I'm just saying that I like a lot of people on my friends list, but not enough to like.
It's called discipline. You guys invite them all.
I would try and do that, but then there's like people from high school that I'm just like, would they really appreciate this? You know what? I don't care. They're getting an invite anyways.
Yeah, even if they don't listen to it, a like, that's a like. So
Yeah.
all you are is a number to us.
And just for reference, we graduated high school in 2011.
I was 2012.
You know, I was thinking about you were saying like a like is a like. It's like when a girl's like, you nutted early, and you're like still hit though.
I still beat though.
But instead, it's like your fucking podcast sucks and you're unfunny, and then you're like, you still like my page for like a week though.
You still hit play.
you still watch for 45 minutes though. And that's really what matters, is that they spent that much time.
Yeah, that's how you gotta weed them out.
And it's so funny because you know, like, about half of our graduating class just like went off the deep end into like drugs.
Yeah.
So like there's like, I know there's like some girl who's like sleeping in like an opium den. She's like with the shakes, rolling over and hitting like and then,
Oh my god.
and just like rolling back over and just like taking another hit of heroin and then just going back to sleep.
Well, we can only hope that.
Fingers crossed, you know. I hope you get your life together, but at the same time, thanks for the like.
Your kids miss you.
Yeah, we did
That was
pretty
too
good.
dark. I was just kidding.
First
They don't miss
episode
you.
got accumulated like 350 plays.
That's like more than 12.
Yeah, 350 plays about across SoundCloud and YouTube. Like 20 something subscribers on YouTube. So if you're one of those people, we love you. So you can help us keep continuing to disappoint our families in whichever way that you guys suggest us to talk about.
Oh, also, we have a post up right now. It is about sending us your alt account stories and suggestions for what you would like to see us talk about in the podcast. Make sure that you contribute to one or both of those.
Everything's going right here in the old suggestion book.
It is furry.
We got you. We love you all. And we want to make it better for everyone. So if you hate the podcast and you think we suck, how about you fucking fix it, pussy? Thank you.
We're here for you guys. It may not seem like it, but we're working really hard right now. So we posted something earlier last week about suggestions for the podcast and other bullshit we'll be doing that we write in the notebook. We asked you guys to share with us. And let me see. I'm going to click it. Somebody said ghost stories. I don't have any of those.
You don't?
I wish I did.
Are you not like haunted?
Wait, did you say ghost story?
Yeah.
Did I went fucking ghost hunting, actually. Like, I think it was in February of this year or March of this year. And, yeah, no, that shit, that was really fucking scary.
Did it get spoopy?
Like, oh, yeah. Like,
Well,
okay,
it is
so
October.
we went to this place called Powell Plant. God damn it, Dylan. Why? Why every time he said anything that's been remotely spoopy, he just says, it is October. And, like,
All
not
year
just
round.
that. Like, past that. Like, oh, man, I left my lighter on the couch. It is October. Like,
Says it all year round.
yeah.
Damn, I forgot my Valentine's Day gift for my girlfriend.
Yeah. It's October.
It is October.
Oh, so I went ghost hunting one time at the Powell Plantation in Summit, Mississippi. I went with the Paranormal Search. They actually posted an episode not that long ago because he finally got time to edit it and all that. And I was in the episode that he posted not that long ago. So basically ghost hunting is not scary until it is. And then it's really scary.
Because the ghosts sneak up on you.
Yeah. The thing about ghosts is they're not animals.
They'll fucking get you.
So we were like doing an EVP session, which is like you lay a voice
EVP.
recorder on the ground. Electro voice phenomenon.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And there's a voice recorder like right here in this. I'm gonna try to describe the room. There's like a doorway with like a attic type thing. And then there's a thing called a spirit box in front of it. And the spirit box, what it does is it shuffles through radio stations really quickly.
That sounds like some sort of weird demon artifact from the Yu Yu Hakusho. You probably don't know what I'm talking
I
about.
don't.
But
Maybe that's what it's based off of.
It's based off of that one time I went. Okay, so it shuffles through radio stations really fast, and it does it so fast that you can't hear any complete words. It basically sounds like ksh, 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 ksh. That's what it sounds like.
mm-hmm.
And we were doing an EVP session, and this girl who got murdered in the upstairs of the plantation that we went to,
It's pretty sexy.
she got thrown into a fireplace and burned alive when she was like 3 or 4 years old.
Never mind.
And we like took a toy up there because they had done this before to see if it was worth the investigation or not. And
What toy?
it was
Why not bandages?
It was kind of like a Beanie Baby, but it was a green dolphin Beanie Baby. Like I guess
Dolphins aren't green.
Yeah. Nobody's gonna play with that. Even if I was a ghost, I would be like,
I was
get
just
this shit out of
What the
my
fuck are you doing?
okay,
Get the fuck
so-
out of my face.
What? Semantics aside, we were doing this thing. I was talking to this girl. Her name is Abby. That was the name of the girl who got burned in the fire pit. Blah blah blah. They were like, try to reach out and talk to her. I was like, okay. So I was like, Abby, can you move this thing? And the thing is in the background the whole time. It's going. Nothing. Waited a couple of minutes because, if there was going to be an answer, gave it time to answer. And then we tried another time. I said, Abby, can you touch this? And then, pretty fucking clearly, there was a little girl's voice on the voice box, and it went, I can't touch it. And I as soon as it happened, I hit stop on the camcorder, and I was like, we should leave here. And then on the way downstairs, they had these motion detector things that when you got near them, they, of course, the alarm blared. And when we got downstairs, all 5 of the ones upstairs went off at the same time. So it's a pretty fucking scary experience.
Oh, that is pretty spooky.
I would do it again. Honestly, it was...
She was probably pissed off that she tried to have a conversation with you, and you're just like, nope, I'm leaving.
I think it's so funny how you go ghost hunting basically to agitate the thing that could possess or destroy you, basically.
Right.
Because if you believe in ghosts enough for them to move shit and do things like that,
Mm-hmm.
you're just going there and you're like, hey, talk to me.
poking it.
And then
Hey, stupid idiot ghost.
God, that must be so frustrating to be a ghost, where it's people just agitate the fuck out of you to talk, or show them some sort of I'm a ghost thing experience. And then it's just
I'm just always mad.
okay, fine, guys, if you want to interact with me, here, interact with me. And then they're just like, oh my god! And then just runs away.
It's
They're
like,
yeah, sure.
It's
Here, man, here's a high five. What's up, brother? And then they're just wow.
I hate to.
It's they don't know what they want.
I hate to use this reference because it's such a basic ass internet meme video that not even that people saw it on TV a million times. I apologize for using this as a reference, but it just to me it seemed exactly like the episode of Family Guy where Stewie just kept calling his mom's name and then she just fucking screamed.
Yeah, that's pretty much what ghost hunting is.
I'm apologizing. I hate using Family Guy jokes.
You know what I thought you were going to talk about? That old meme that used to be on 4chan where it was a guy with a EMV or
That thing.
the electrofield EMF
Electromagnetic field.
and he's holding
sensor
it up
thing.
and the bottom text is or the top text is looking for ghosts in a 500-year-old German castle, and he's speaks to it in English.
Yeah.
And you realize how fucking goofy that is?
It really is.
Hey, ghost! Just tourist.
They speak a dialect of German
Hey,
that no one speaks today, and they'd be like, "Hey, how are you? Are you here, ghost?"
There was a
Can you hear me?
There was a guy, I don't remember who it was, but he was on the Joe Rogan podcast. He was talking about I guess he was a magician or something. He did shit like that.
Magic?
Yeah, but
That kind of shit?
he was. I'm totally probably being wrong right now, but he said ghost hunters and stuff, they all know magic tricks, how to just set shit off and make people think that there's actually some crazy shit happening. He said like 90% of the time on the shows, that's basically what it is. Like they find a way to like make a stick break or something.
Well, I mean,
I don't know. When I did it, like the whole thing was him editing the footage for us was just him like going through finding interesting shit. But like,
so it made it seem like the whole time you guys were running.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like it's all organic, but at the same. It's not like you go into a haunted house and immediately like chairs are being thrown against the wall and it's like I am literally, the ghost isn't yelling, like I am literally Satan and then lighting your best friend on fire.
mm-hmm.
So you can't go into it expecting that. So that's why you have to like look through all this shit, because there's going to be shit that you don't notice that you're like, what is that?
What is that?
Well, do you have any ghost stories?
You know, besides me, just had a history of me seeing weird shadow things moving in the corner of my eye, which I feel like is just a precursor to schizophrenia more than anything. I really can't be like, hey, so I was in this haunted house and a ghost ate my ass, you know?
I wish something would happen, like,
I wish
if it was that, I don't know. Like, I want to believe in ghosts, but I haven't seen anything that has convinced me.
It's just like part of me just wants to get possessed. So then I'm just like, you know, it would suck to be possessed, clearly, but then I'd just be like, haha!
I file for disability.
This proves so much! just like going to the courthouse, hello, I'm possessed.
I can't be on jury duty.
I mean, how could they prove like that you weren't possessed? I mean, you'd probably have to go to like a mental hospital, but
I think it's funny how there are so many religious politicians, but like if you went and tried to do like get anything legal done saying you were possessed, everyone would be like, this motherfucker's crazy.
I think that if you went to a therapist and you described exactly what religion is without, like, if you were trying to explain, like, being a Christian, like a overly, like an overbearing Christian, and
fanatical,
you didn't put, like, the preferred nomenclatures on the items, basically, you would sound like a fucking crazy person. If you were like, okay, so I talk to this guy from time to time to say I'm sorry for the decisions that I have made. I can't really touch him, but I know he's there. I hear him sometimes.
You said it was okay.
If he said it was very okay.
Like, people have told me like stories. They swear up and down that it happened. Like they took a picture and like some weird like Civil War guy was in the background of it. But I want, like, people that I trust too. I just can't believe it. Like I have to see it right in front of my face for me to be like, oh, I guess the ghosts are real.
I don't know. I feel like any time I've ever been like, oh shit, ghosts are real and stuff.
I had to get my ass ate by a ghost before I believe in it.
Right. Was like just either like the shadows in the corner of my eye, or just me being a really dumb kid and like perceiving something.
You hear the house
and
settling.
then exaggerate, like mentally and emotionally exaggerate what I'm perceiving.
Yeah.
And then I just like go and I'm like trying to talk to my dad, and my dad's just like, oh yeah, okay, that's cool. Leave me alone.
Alright, well, I guess we're off of ghosts. Somebody said, invite me to Kentucky for me to get drunk and go on Alex Jones like rants.
Oh, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mike Hughes, so I love you.
Dude, just come here. I think he's moving to Minnesota, so if he does that, he could stop by on the way to there.
That's
Mike,
so
you
out
can
of the
literally
way.
come here.
That is so out of the way, though.
He's not a vampire.
All right,
I don't have to invite him into Kentucky before he's allowed in Kentucky.
Here's Arizona. Here's Minnesota.
Do you have any proof?
Here's Kentucky.
Do you have any proof?
Hey.
They're goblins!
You got me.
Anybody who wants to be a guest, we've had a lot of people asking, like, not really a lot, but a lot for us.
Only the real ones.
Like 5 people. But all you gotta do is, like, get in a car and then take a road that ends up at this place, and then you can be a guest.
Yeah. Steven,
You have to have
I love
something
you.
cool to say, though. Like, you gotta bring some shit to the table, because this table's pretty plain right now.
I feel like we should get Steven on here so he can, like, we'll get him to start drinking as soon as he sits down. So at first it's going to be like
a normal conversation. And
like
then it's
funny,
gonna be-
like funny Steven, and then it's just going to get dark.
He's gonna be like, "Hey, here's my emotional baggage. I was a Marine. Have you ever killed a man with a polar bear chin? No.
Yeah.
Me either. But you can imagine what it was like.
Yeah, we were supposed to have a guest today, but he, his schedule, his PDA was
Yeah.
maxed out.
His BlackBerry crashed.
Yeah.
He didn't know what to do.
What we're trying to say is that we had a special guest today that is near and dear to all of our hearts, but turns out he doesn't give a fuck about any of us or this podcast, and he's just being selfish.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, I bet it has something to do with something about his wife and kids, because that's how selfish he is.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he only cares about like his family and like
Right.
people that are close to him and his job.
Does he not realize what he's doing? Like, he's just throwing the guest feature away for his family.
Yeah.
Just
What
to
a
take
piece
care
of
of them
shit.
and make sure he sees them when he visits from working out of the country, basically.
Yeah, he works not in the United States for months at a time, and then he comes home and he doesn't prioritize being a guest on a podcast over his own family, and I think
Right.
that makes him a piece of shit.
Honestly, I feel cheated.
I
feel like I've invested a lot in this friendship, and he pretty much just took all that investment, ripped it up, and spit in my fucking face.
Yeah. He basically, for anybody who doesn't know, made us think that he was going to be a guest on our podcast for almost 24 hours.
He made us think that he was our friend.
Yeah. We trusted him, and it's gone now.
my life. He
But-
gave me excuses.
Next time, he'll probably be here, so...
I just don't
Until
even want
then,
to
I'm
fucking
just
talk about
like,
it
I'm
anymore.
don't want to
done.
talk about it either. I'm hurt.
No, he's only in like the country for like 5 days, so I don't think that he's gonna be here.
Well,
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I'm done.
Anyways, let's fucking move on. Andrew, you were post-blocked for 30 days and then somehow got your Facebook back, but let's talk about how much you hate women, and that's how you got post-blocked.
Dude, that was such a fucking weird post block.
Why do you hate women?
Um,
Is it because you have a terrible relationship with your mother and you project that onto every other woman
I
in
think
your
so.
life? You think so?
I think so.
Deep.
See, you thought I was gonna fight it. You thought I was gonna be like, haha.
Honestly, okay. I accept that, and I really have nothing else to say.
I think that, so, shittiness has just become an echo of itself. If you're legitimately asking why I hate women, other than the emotional bond that I lack between my mother and myself, I think it's because shittiness has become like an echo.
Right.
Where like guys get fucked over by girls or vice versa, and then they turn shitty, and it makes other people turn shitty. So eventually, like, more and more people, instead of just not being a piece of shit to other people and staying...
Question.
Who hurt you?
Do you think that this could be why good girls like bad guys?
I heard that in a song once.
What's this? What is the, because of that? I think that people misinterpret what good guys are, because the guys that call themselves good guys are the guys that triple text you and like...
If you have to justify how good of a guy you are, you're probably socially retarded.
See, what I fucking hate, like, about the good guy syndrome is it's never this selfless act of,
No.
hey, I was just checking on you, make sure you're okay. Okay, that's fine. You don't have to message me back right now. See ya.
It's like, I sent you a picture of a dick, answer me.
Yeah. Why don't...
It's like...
I said hey 14 times. Why haven't you messaged me back? You selfish bitch.
Yeah,
Why
that's
don't you
why you're
make me
ugly.
feel validated? I heart react your photos.
You're ugly anyways. I didn't even care about
You
you.
ugly.
I
nobody
showed
loves
up
you.
on my horse in shining white armor in your comment section, and you're not going to send me nudes, you cankerous whore.
Yeah, that's...
So never anybody that's listening, never call yourself a good guy, because everybody's just gonna make fun of you on their podcast.
Just be a good person.
If you're gonna sit there and act Christ-like in a Facebook comment section or a thread, I'm just gonna assume you have ulterior motives and you're a piece of shit.
Every time I see like a girl post a status like, all guys are dogs or all guys are the same,
I feel like
and there's always that one guy
So is that
who's
one
like,
guy?
no, me.
I know what you-
yeah, he'll be like, not me. You just haven't found the right guy, and
And
I'll reply to his comment and be like, nah, shut up. We're all the same.
What cracks me up is
He's
like
lying.
people like they will like do nothing but bitch about how guys have fucked them over in the past. But like you see the people they hang out with are people who are just dog shit.
I think what's weird to me is that they will be like, well, this guy did me wrong, and then go after the exact same type 3 days after he like shits in her bed literally and like steals her mom's pain pills, and then they like date his brother 2 days later,
Oh
who
yeah.
he sold the drugs to.
Oh yeah.
You know, like just set your standards anywhere.
It's like one of those things
Literally,
where
anything above the ground is fine.
like if you're a woman who feels a need to bitch about men on Facebook or the internet in general, you have zero self-awareness and you're a big dumb.
Oh wait.
Totally
Okay, so
big dumb.
so comparatively, would you rather be around a guy who only complains about women with his time, or a lady who only complains about men with her time?
I feel like those are both equally annoying and cringy.
I think it depends on who she is and why she's complaining.
Yeah.
Like if she's just like some boring regular girl, like, oh,
If
I
she
hate
made-
guys. This guy's pissing me off. Like you're the reason that you were talking to him.
Yeah.
Anyways, like
Yeah.
you have all the power in the conversations. Like they're replying to what you say.
People
But if it's
for-
a guy complaining about women, he's probably just like being
Alone,
annoying as
fucking
fuck.
alone in this world.
people just kind of overlook the fact that as an adult, you are ultimately responsible for everything in your life.
Turns out you don't have to respond to people. Or
Turns
keep
out-
them in your life.
If your life is fucked, there's a good chance that you had some part in that. Not the rest of the world.
What about the people
mean-
that caught the disease? Fucking their life.
What disease?
I don't know. That's a touchy subject. I won't talk about it.
Oh, we can move on if you'd like.
What were we talking about?
Ears are sweaty.
Anyways, so the post about you, your woman-hating post.
Oh yeah. Let's get
What
back
was
to
that about?
Okay, so I said what Dylan said the other day about women. Like, you don't know that they hurt you until they're gone.
No, I was comparing them to mosquitoes.
Yeah, that's what I said.
What
Like in the
context?
post, like I was like, because they suck, and you don't know that they hurt you until you're gone. And then I was saying that they suck, as in like
They're not
Good.
okay.
they're not good,
It was, they're,
Or okay.
they're not very okay.
not very okay. Okay, so I was saying it like that, and then I guess that they took it like SUCC, you know, like the suck.
The big
But-
suck.
But
Yeah, I guess.
I'm tired
So
of
just a
the
dumb
fucking the community standards, like on Facebook.
Right.
They're such a joke. I've seen videos stay up that were like a kid getting punched in the face by his dad over and over, but like you turn around and you post a meme of like, do you remember the duck on fire thing?
Yeah. It wasn't even on fire.
It was photoshopped, and like people were getting like 30-day like post blocks for it, and
It would say sensitive content. Are you sure you want to view this image? And you click it, and it's just a
You know
duck.
what was weird?
It's like,
The other day, I felt my phone vibrating in my pocket. I pulled it out, and it said, thanks for the... I think I like reported something in my pocket because I pulled it out, and it was like, thanks for the heads up. And I was like, what in the shit did I do? And I was like...
You reported yourself. That's why you got banned.
That would be some shit.
And then they undid it. They're like, oh, that guy, I guess we'll just
He's
let it.
just stupid.
you're just so lawful good that you reported yourself.
I'm like, I can't let me be this way.
Somebody's got to do something about my actions.
Oh no, I got so
I can't change me. Someone needs to.
I got so ass for it the last time I got post blocked because I'm sitting here just like all my like half my friends are sitting here sharing snuff films on Facebook, and I get like post blocked for 3 days because I don't even remember what it was, but it was like I like called someone stupid or something. I was like, "You're stupid, butt face," or like I
Stupid
disagreed
dumb.
with someone. I don't know. It
Okay,
was
so what is the best thing you got banned for? Something that you weren't even like mad about.
Okay, so
I don't want to talk about it.
I've had some bad ones. Like when I was younger and more angsty, I'm like, why can't I call this person's baby a fucking piece of shit? Why can't I?
Why can't I?
I think the one time some girl said something about she like insulted my dog, and I was like, you're a fucking douchebag. Don't look at my dog anymore.
You don't have to look at my dog.
And then she reported it. And when it happened, I was like, worth it. It was only like a 3-day at the time, but I was like, okay.
Yeah, mine are always like 30 days now. The thing that I did that I was pretty proud of, it was like, you know those things, it's like, find out your pirate name, it has like all the letters, like A through Z, like if your name starts with this, then it's like spooky, whatever, then your last name, you know. I did that, but like, all the things that you had to put in, like instead of your name, like you put your name, then I did like one with like your social security number and like your address and stuff, and your like all that stuff. And I got banned, and I was just like, yeah, whatever.
Stole 3 people's identity.
And I was like, I did the security questions too. It was like your mother's maiden name,
Your
the
mother's
name of your
maiden
first
name.
pet.
The name of the street that you grew up on.
The city you were born.
Where did your parents meet?
And I wasn't actually gonna do it, but it was just funny.
By the way, if you're watching this, in the comment section, please write what the name of your first dog was and your mother's maiden name if you're interested in being a guest on this show.
Yeah, if you want to be a guest and get free merch, just tell us the
If you
last
want-
4 digits of your social security number.
If you want free money, tell us the number to your credit card and the back and the CVV on the back
Yeah,
and expiration date,
yeah.
and I will send you money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's true. Somebody did that for me once. It was pretty cool.
What a good guy. What a swell guy.
I'm a good guy.
Where are we going off for you?
Oh wait, no, we had to return to the. Oh yeah. Oh God. Politics, religion, and other shit we're not supposed to talk about. That was all a quote.
This is in the comments of the notebook,
Yeah.
by the way.
Should be a staple of the podcast. It really shouldn't. Like other shit we're not supposed to talk
Right.
about. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I mean,
Politics, keep that shit on like.
I feel like politics is just it's like I said, it's gonna get real out of hand. We're gonna be like vehemently argue points about things that we're gonna have very uneducated opinions that we're going to argue.
I'm not even
Like,
like
fanatically.
educated enough or interested enough to argue about politics.
I could converse about politics, or I could converse about religion. Not enough to attack anybody for their viewpoint.
Unless it was really stupid and unlike mine.
All my like political arguments or like debates have really like the main motivation behind that is just me wanting to say fuck the government, but with extra steps.
It took me 45 minutes to say fuck the government.
But
Okay.
Yeah, that guy.
All right.
If
So
you win the White House, you a bitch.
the rest of the comment is talk about Kavanaugh and the FBI investigation,
Oof.
which I'm not touching with a
Kavanaugh is. I think he's going to the Supreme Court.
Yeah, I think he is too.
That shit didn't work.
Have you seen all the memes of like the Supreme Court justices and where Kavanaugh's sitting? It's a dude. It's a Photoshop dude, just like passed out drunk.
Oh my god. Like, who didn't drink in college? Please tell me.
I like beer.
I'm
All
not.
right, we're not falling for this guy's comment. Go to the next
Anyways,
one. Go to the next one.
bait.
I'm not touching that with a.
He said he liked the
14
first
foot-
episode, so we
Troll Indian scam call centers. Funny story about that. Me and my friend Ernesto, actually, we called the Virgin Mobile Port-in Center on 2 phones at the same time, and we put them on speakerphone, and they almost self-destructed because we were like, "Thank you for calling Virgin Mobile," and like, I'm not trying to like be a stereotype or anything, but that's exactly how the lady sounded that answered the phone at the time, and like there was like a guy on the other phone who was like, "Thank you for calling Virgin Mobile."
It's okay because he's POC.
Yeah.
That means plenty of
Cats.
cats. Okay. Anyways, so I did that. I like cross-wired the mainframe, with back tracing,
Yeah.
the consequences. So they were really going at it.
They were losing it.
They were like
Mad at each other?
accusing each other the whole time. They were like, "No, you called me," and they're like, "No, you
No.
called me." No, and this went on for like 4 minutes, and they didn't. They should have just known.
Poor bastards never stood a chance.
You know, I've never called Virgin Mobile, but somebody I have called over 100 times in my life is the Xbox support line. Like, me from like 6th to like 9th grade every night on like a conference call. I don't even remember. We would just say the craziest shit and end up talking to him for like 45 minutes. There was one time we pretended to be one of the people that were working there, and we like got this guy to like stand up and like wave his hand in his cubicle to try to find us.
Oh my god.
That like we would just tell them like that my Xbox like started oh my god, I forgot about this one. I told this lady that my Xbox wasn't working, and she kept telling me to like unplug it or something, and I acted like I got electrocuted and acted like I had a seizure. And she was like, sir, are you there?" It was so fun. I think my friend has the video. I might be able to recover it.
You're a madman.
It was so fucking funny. I have to ask. Yeah, I have to come back to this because there's probably a lot of stories. That
I
can
remember me and my friend in elementary school in like 5th grade got like just like went through this phase to where prank calling was what we did. That was like the greatest thing that we could spend our time doing at that moment. So we would like call each other, then make a 3-way call using like *67 or whatever it is, and then just say off the wall shit. And then like I remember one day we said something, and then like I thought I had hung up with that guy. And we're just sitting there just like, "Yeah, bro, I wonder what we're gonna do next. We should just call him and be like, ha ha ha, hell Satan, fuck God, fuck you, ha ha." And then there's like this silence, and then you just hear, "Boys, do you know how goddamn fucking stupid y'all are?" I was just like I had a panic attack.
You should have just repeated what you said you were gonna say.
Just like, oh, okay, I guess now's the time. Hell Satan.
So I don't know if I can say who it was, but I used to work for a certain phone company, and we belonged to a district or a region where they gave us all the other stores' phone numbers, and I would call them, and I would act like I was a customer, and I would make up phones. I'd be like, "Hey, y'all got that ZTE iPhone 7? And they would be like, "No, sir, that phone does not exist." And I would be like, "No, I seen it on the internet. It's $12. I'm going to come there. I'm going to be there in 15 minutes. Y'all best have that phone when I get there." And they would be like, "Sir, that phone doesn't exist." And I'd be like, "All right, how much for iPhone 10? Seen an ad for 20. And they would be like, no, that's not. Like,
Just keep
I'd be like, let me
getting
talk to your
more
manager. And they'll get the manager on the phone. I'll be like, all right, so I'm going to bring 12 broken Motorola Razors in there. And when I get there, y'all going to give me an iPhone 8 for it, right? I would just, like, keep changing it. So, like, even if they said something to the manager, they were like, he's asking about an iPhone 10. Like, you know, he's, like, mentally prepped for that. And then he gets on the phone. I'm like, y'all got a Samsung 12 Edge? And then he's like, no, that phone doesn't exist. I was like, all right, well, I got 14 flip phones. Let me get it.
That's a very productive use of your time. I'm glad that.
What's weird is that I was at work when I was doing it.
I got like 10 NV2s that I'm trying to trade in.
What's weird
What
is
if they
that
came to your store and asked if you had the iPhone or the Samsung 12 Edge? Like, yeah, this guy keeps calling about it.
I would be like, yeah, absolutely, and then I would sell him a different phone.
No, like
what's weird is that my divisional, like my DM, my divisional manager encouraged it. Like, he knew that I did it to like one of my best friends down there because he like seen me do it, and he was like, dude, call these 2 stores and do it, because it would be like trainees and stuff who like had never had to deal with a customer like that. And, like, one time I, like, called, I said that I accidentally dropped my phone in the toaster. Is it covered by warranty? And this lady went off on me. I mean, it wasn't just like, hey, I dropped this in the toaster. And then she was like, no, you suck. Your mama's dead. It wasn't anything like that. It was like, I tried really hard to make her angry. And I did. And then after I didn't feel good about it, I was like,
well, how far did you take that to feel bad about it?
Oh, like, no, I made her, like, she was being really, really sweet at first, and, like, very mild-mannered.
Your mom's a hoe.
I was like, nah, you that girl up in there. It's trying to... I don't remember what I said. I, like, accused her of stealing, like, my PayPal information off my phone.
Oh, my God.
And I was like, why don't you use the money that you stole from me to pay for my phone? And, like, she didn't like that very much.
I guess
I don't see why.
You what you did was you placed her out of her comfort zone, and she crumbled.
I used to prank call Little Caesars or Schmiddle Schmeezers in town. You know,
Yeah, I did
copyright
that too.
TM. I used to call them all the time, and I would like accuse them. Like, I would always do an Irish voice. And I think I was telling you about this the other day. And I would, like, accuse them in an Irish voice every time of, like, their pizza, made me, like, throw up on my dog. I was like, hey, what are you talking about? Like, the breadsticks you sold me made me throw up on my cat. I can't do it as good as I used to be able to do it. But
you were talking about how...
The breadsticks you sold me gave me diarrhea. And then I was like... telling him the only way that he could solve it is to give me more breadsticks.
I prank called Papa Murphy's once. For anybody who doesn't know, that's the place that, like, you take it home to cook it.
Yeah.
I called them one time and I was just like, hey, you motherfuckers made me burn my mouth on the pizza. I'm going to sue the shit out of you. And this, it was pretty short and sweet. Like, they got it. They just laughed and hung up, but... I thought it was funny. I told my dad about it, and he still mentions it.
Your dad's proud of you.
Fucking Papa Murphy's burning my goddamn mouth. Okay, are there any more? I'm gonna go to the notebook comments. The last one is not really. I mean, it's a guy.
Just go ahead and
It's a guy.
Just go ahead and read it.
He says, whatever. We were like, what should we talk about? He said, express my love for hentai.
Ooh.
It's
your boy D Rizzle coming at you with a soft, velvety voice that's gonna be talking to you about that.
Let's look at his profile. Do you know him?
Hentai.
Oh, yeah, I guess he looks like he likes it. So yeah, the guy likes.
That's.
I get some hentai vibes from him.
What's his name?
Yeah.
Ryan Allen. Ryan Allen, I love you. Thanks for keeping it real all these Facebook years.
Yeah. He said, I do stuff kinda on the bio.
West Philadelphia, born and raised. Ryan Allen Myers watches hentai with most of his days.
Nice.
Yeah, so
I
everybody,
pulled up to
Bars.
he watches the hentai and he loves it.
Pulled on my
He
dick
wanted
for
us
about
to tell
7
you
or 8
about it.
hours.
Well, I mean, I feel like everyone should take pride in that. That's something I take pride in.
So
It gets dark, though, man. Let me tell you. It gets dark.
I've never watched it.
There's a black spot on
Oh.
my soul for some of the hentai I've watched.
You know what I need to talk about? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, but
No, it's okay. You have my attention.
so a certain rapper that I hate.
Oh, my fucking God.
Wait, is it the one that we were both going to talk about?
Yes.
Okay, before we say that, I would like to retract all my statements that I previously made on Russ because we have just found somebody else that is way worse. So if you don't like Russ, listen to this and you will find a new home. All right, go ahead.
Vic Mensa. I hate him.
Okay,
Like-
so I don't know who that is. So explain to
It's
me.
because nobody knows who he is.
Do you want? I'll explain.
He's just part of a YouTube mix playlist. Like, that's all he does. He doesn't make music that people search for on its own. It's just like the second song, or like, not realistically the second song, like the 12th song on any like current hip hop playlist, because he doesn't make good enough music for it to stand out on its own.
I can break it down.
Go ahead. Do your
Break
thing,
it
girl.
down.
All right. He's signed to Jay-Z. That's why he's on the playlists. He gets all these random opportunities that he can never seem to benefit from. Like the BET cipher that we're going to talk about, like being in all the playlists and all that. He got signed to Jay-Z, and I'm pretty sure it's only because Jay-Z tried to sign Joey Badass and he turned him down. So the next...
I fucking love Joey Badass.
Yeah, he's pretty good. The next best option, for some reason, was Vic Mensa. And he is basically like a caffeine-free J. Cole that's been
Ew.
sitting out for a few days.
Ew.
And other than the horrifying sight of his poorly shaven unibrow, he is just... There's nothing to like about him. Like, I don't know.
I don't know.
His
who this,
music is... okay.
I don't know who this man is, and I have never listened to his music.
As
But
you should.
but because you guys are saying this,
Let me see your...
fuck him.
He
Fuck this Vic Mensa guy.
is a very outspoken person. He likes to start beef with rappers that are more popular than him, thinking that it will make him popular. But he just gets attention in the wrong way.
Oh my God, we're doing the same thing.
Yeah, but everybody's talking about this.
Oh,
People more popular than anyone we know.
when he's a big dumb and I hate him.
Yeah, fuck him. Alright, I'm gonna let you talk about him real quick.
Alright, give me 1 second. I didn't come into this as prepared as I...
Okay.
as
Well,
I thought I
you want me
was.
to tell the story of why we're talking about this?
Yeah.
Vic Mensa, because he's signed to Rock Nation, Jay-Z's label, magically appeared on one of the ciphers, not for his music quality,
But because
obviously,
it
but
just
Jay-Z just can just send out he could send out Krispy Kreme and he would be on BET Cypher. Vic Mensa decided to make his verse about Triple X, or XXX Tentacion, whatever you want to call him, the rapper that got killed in June of this year. And I guess that was somebody that was way more popular than him and had way more fans than him, and
rest in peace, X.
Just made...
he
better
probably
music
just was
overall.
really upset that he couldn't accomplish that in his whole lifetime. I don't even know how old he is, but X was only 20 years old. Say what you will about him, he had more fans than you, and even if you say he did bad things, he's done more good things than you will too.
Okay, so my whole issue with this is that Vic Mensa, who is actually... He's 24, so he's 4 years older than X. Has been making music longer than X also. He, even in his comfort zone, is not as good as X out of his. Now, if we're gonna compare numbers, X 2.3 billion views.
Dylan, can I have a beer?
2.3 billion views, 12 million sub count. As to where Vic Mensa has 21 million views, 242 sub counts. And it comes back to exactly what I was saying about him going in playlist and not actually having any songs that stand out on their own. Of course, you can pay money to get your song put in a playlist or put on a Vivo. Like, what this comes down to is that Vic took a shot at a person who can't defend themselves to try to benefit in a way that he would get attention from it. And it's the same thing with like Tekashi 6ix9ine, where he was like, Tekashi, you make bad music. Regardless of what the fuck you think about Tekashi 6ix9ine, and you can't deny this, as far as relevance or popularity in rap today, Tekashi 6ix9ine is easily in the top 10.
And that's for anybody who isn't up to date on like famous people. That's the guy with the rainbow hair.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know. Vic Mensa tried starting shit with him too, and in the Cypher, it hasn't aired yet. I think it's airing the 16th.
Yeah, it's on 16th.
But X's mom was in the audience and watched it.
It's just very disrespectful that you would... Okay, so the thing that I don't understand is, like, he tried to... The reason behind it is that he was trying to dog on X for domestic abuse when Vic Mensa himself has domestic abuse charges.
He admitted it on The Breakfast Club, and in he was talking about the song he admitted it on The Breakfast Club.
Well, I mean...
And the things about X were just allegations. The charges were dropped. The case was closed, obviously, because he's dead.
This is why, if you're a parent and you have a child that breaks controllers because they lose at video games, beat the fuck out of them so they don't beat the fuck out of women later.
Or just teach your kid not to be a piece of shit.
Or you could do that. That makes sense.
You can't really blame the kid if he never had a dad that cared enough to fucking step in and be like, hey, I'm not a piece of shit. Would you like to spend time with me?
And if you have a kid named Vic Mensa, make sure you teach him how to shave his unibrow.
It looks like Anthony Davis and J. Cole had a baby.
Oh my god.
Shit.
We like both of those people, but together they're not so great.
Anthony Davis is a bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
So is J. Cole. I think J. Cole, like I was saying, it's been a meme for such a long period of time about everybody being like, fuck J. Cole.
Well, it was.
That people don't realize it's a meme.
Right. Like, I legitimately fucks with him.
It's the cart quote about like,
right.
What is it? People who get their joy out of pretending to be fools will eventually find themselves surrounded by fools who mistakenly think that they're in good company. I may have paraphrased that a little bit, but basically, stupid people will flock to fake opinions that people are just saying to be stupid and be like, I belong here.
They'll just think
you don't belong anywhere.
They just think that they'll be heard, so they agree with everyone else. But the J. Cole thing, I guess it was a joke. Started off as a joke. And people just kept bandwagoning it. Like, yeah, fuck J. Cole, whatever. Then it went to Russ. And for a while, that was the same thing. But then Russ started actually doing stupid shit, so people actually hate him now. But I just hate Vic Mensa so much that I like Russ now.
Okay. Okay, so...
Like our last podcast talking about Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, I don't... people will still say that, but I won't say that. I'll just say it about Vic Mensa.
So going forward with this new information or with your own opinions, leave a comment on either the link that we're going to put on Facebook or on the YouTube video.
And tell us who you like the least out of Russ and Vic Mensa. You can go listen to their music if you want.
Can we make a poll?
Kind of a waste of time.
Yeah, we will.
We can. Yeah.
Yeah, we should make a poll.
We'll smash that poll button. Hit that motherfucking like. Hit him with the pole. Oh, no.
Was there anything we didn't talk about with that?
I mean, we pretty much covered everything.
The Vic Mensa thing?
No, he went over the statistics to pretty much prove that Vic Mensa is a bitch.
Yeah.
So.
Fuck, like Vic Mensa's signed by Jay-Z, and you can't get anywhere near what X did. Even when he was alive.
This is X. This is
Vic Mensa.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, X is dead, but he's still gonna give it to you.
Yeah.
That's not.
Fuck Vic Mensa.
Anyways, I don't know. It's just one of those things where, like, when it comes to rap, the more violent and ignorant it is, the more I tend to like it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's just my personal opinion. I think that there are moods for both. Don't get me wrong. Like, I can listen to a Tech Nine album almost any time, and he's like a lot more lyrical than some people. Or Ritz. Like, Ritz, you actually have to be listening to his music to know, like, it's not background noise. Is what I'm saying. It's not a Drake song. That's how I feel about like A$AP Rock. Not A$AP Rocky, but like A$AP Rock. Yeah. It's just like the man talks and like metaphors. So like you gotta sit down and be like it's still like slaps, but you're still like sitting there like, oh shit, this is in my opinion, A$AP Rock may or may not be the child of MF Doom.
Isn't he white?
Yeah. I don't care. He sounds black though.
I think that rap like that, like, it's so opposite of what is popular now. Yeah. Like, I don't like dumbed down music, but like if you listen to any rock, like classic rock and stuff like that, your brain is way more relaxed than if you were listening to Tech Nine or A$AP Rock or, you know.
One of my favorite videos on YouTube right now still is this video of like in the late 90s of A$AP Rock, Slug from Atmosphere, and Immortal Technique just like freestyling together on like a street corner in New York City. Immortal Technique, in my own opinion, is, you know how last week we were talking about how there's fan bases that make you hate shit, right? And you know that meme where it's like, if you give this girl the aux cord, yes, this is the most fucked up but profound song that any of us will ever hear, and she's gonna rap the whole thing. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Talk about Immortal Technique make me want to not talk about Immortal Technique. I like Immortal Technique is good. It's just people latch onto that one song, and they're really cringy about it.
It was like it was a Pandora song. It was like the definition of a Pandora song for a while.
It was, what was it, Dancing with the Devil or something like that?
Dance with the Devil.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good song, but it's like,
I hear it now and I just think of
white girls with the aux cord.
Retarded white girls with aux cords. Yeah. Have you ever heard Obnoxious by, I couldn't remember the name of it, Obnoxious by Immortal Technique? Mm-hmm. That's like my favorite song by him. It's good. It's definitely good. Where he says like, running through little Havana yelling Viva Fidel. Mm-hmm. That's hard. That shit slaps.
That is hard, my boy.
That is hard, my guy. My fellow. Willikers as fuck.
Yeah, obviously you guys can already tell that we're going to be talking about rap a lot. We'll try to talk about some other music, but most of the time, if we do talk music, it might be this.
And you know, like we said in the intro episode, that if you have any kind of music that you have personally that you make, and would like for us to review or look at, or, you know, just a new band you found, feel free to message any of us or the page. because I'm always fine with hearing new music.
I like to think that we're all three fairly approachable, and there's no reason to not.
You
tell
are
us.
absolutely not approachable.
I'm not approachable?
Like, after you know you, yes. If I seen you in the gas station, absolutely not.
How so?
Like, Dylan, yeah, like, he looks like he would say, "Where's the 20-gram?" Like, that's...
Where's the what?
20-gram.
Where's the 20-gram?
Hey, bro, you got that 50 a gram?
But you just look like... If, like, I explained you to another person, they would be like, "Is he an axe murderer?" Like, "Hey, that's my friend Dylan. He's got a beard. He's a former Marine. He's been in Afghanistan for a couple of years."
Iraq.
I don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit.
Either way, I'm saying, like, the description of you is very different.
You're gonna get
than
some
the
like really
actual
ass
you.
hurt veterans like, "Oh, he didn't serve in Afghanistan. He didn't blah blah blah."
Yeah, everybody, if you guys want to rage about that, make sure you like the page first.
Yeah.
Like the page and then say Dylan
It's
hashtag Dylan didn't serve in
It's
Afghanistan.
Facebook.com/veryokpod.
We support the troops as long as you're not a bitch.
Oh shit! Did we talk about the Spotify thing?
No.
No.
Let me pull it up while we talk about it.
Wow.
Well, anyways, guys,
That's-
what we're looking into is we're going to try and figure out ways to go into Spotify and Google Play.
We're already in the process of it.
We're in the process
Well,
of it.
basically, they just have to accept our application, and you know.
We're like, I've sent all the information that we needed to set it up a few days ago, but it might take a little bit to create our profile. But if there are any apps that you guys listen to podcasts on that you prefer, just message the page or comment on this YouTube or SoundCloud. Like, anyway, we're gonna see it. We don't overlook anything.
So what we have, we're gonna be doing Google Play and SoundCloud, and then iTunes is kind of
Meat spin.
We're gonna work on
We should-
iTunes, but for now, it will be. It says, I'm just reading it off of here: Android app, Google Play Music, Spotify. I don't know. Microsoft Windows
like
app,
the
iPhone,
lip
iPad app. What the? Hold on. Yeah, we got a few things, but
Hold up.
we're gonna get it sorted out by the time
We're-
we start getting a lot of episodes.
Yeah.
Because we want to cater to all of you, podcast junkie.
God, I want to cater the fuck out of you.
Also, in the upcoming week, we will have a skit coming out in between this episode and the next. I kind of dropped that on both of you at the same time. I forgot that I typed the message the other day, and then like I put my phone down, and then I picked it back up, and then I was like, no, I'm just gonna delete it and then talk to them about it. But you find out about it now. Either way, you know.
I guess we
Well,
can find
you
out
know
about
what? I'm still excited.
Oh shit! I stepped on my cat.
Okay. Also, if you're listening to this podcast, and you have any, what are some things that you would hate to see an action hero movie say that would seem very out of place?
Time to suck. No, I'm just kidding.
Time to peel this banana. Just do what you do, internet, and that's really all I got.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. I don't got anything else.
We do. We talked about pretty much everything. If we forgot something, then we'll do it on Tuesday. That's the day that we're gonna be aiming for to start releasing. So yeah.
Oh, also, alt stories. If you've ever catfished anybody out of revenge or made an alt account Basically, most of our friends are going to have alt account stories.
Because of the big Zuck.
Alt account, fake profile, catfish.
Yep.
All that.
Mark Zuckerberg, you bastard.
Message the page or one of us and, tell us your story. And we're going to read it on next week. We have about 8 submissions now. So make sure that you get on that.
We're also going to talk about our own personal ones too. So get ready for a long episode. Very long.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't really have any. I had my alt account, and then I got doxxed 5 minutes into having an alt account.
You could interview us. You could ask us questions about ours.
It was just like, "Are you Dylan Rudd?" I'm like, "No." And they're just like, "Shut the fuck up." And they just send me my address. I'm like, "Okay, well played, sir."
I'm going to log out.
That never happened to me.
No.
I didn't make fun of stupid people. I didn't make fun of smart people.
Well, it was someone I was friends with, so it wasn't like I was worried about it.
But you got anything else?
No, man.
Anyways, I'm gonna just be real honest here. I love the fuck out of all of you, and you all mean so much to me.
Yeah.
In such a profound way.
Thank you all for tuning in to the Very Okay Podcast. Fuck Oklahoma.
It's Very Okay Podcast.
My dad left when I was young.